I call the honourable member for Corangamite.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Minister for the Environment. Will the minister outline what savings have been passed on to families and businesses in Victoria since the government scrapped the world's biggest carbon tax? Are there any threats to these savings?
I call the honourable Minister for the Environment.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I want to thank the member for Corangamite who voted to repeal the carbon tax because we had, as the Prime Minister said, a mandate to repeal that carbon tax. The Australian people voted for us to have the capacity to repeal the carbon tax, and the members of the government did just that. So today we have had noise from the opposition, some sort of concerns after they themselves voted to oppose repealing the carbon tax. And I seem to have some information from the member for Corangamite's own electorate received just this week. And it's a letter from Australian Lamb on the abolition of the carbon tax. Dear Sarah, you'll like this. We estimate that due to the recent abolition of the carbon tax, we will save approximately $200,000 per annum. And the letter goes on. Situated in regional Victoria, this not only supports our business, but supports the township of Colac as a whole. That's the reality, that we have taken a policy to an election, we have sought a mandate, we have spoken to the Australian people, we have won that mandate, and then we did what we said we would do. We brought repeal of the carbon tax to this place, and we succeeded. And in towns like Colac, there are real-world benefits. Right across Victoria, what we see is a $3.1 billion hit over the last 2 years. Now that is gone, and that means lower electricity prices, lower gas prices. It means up to 12.4% reductions in electricity prices. It means up to 10.5% reductions in gas prices. These are things that have a real-world impact on pensioners and seniors, on farmers, manufacturing businesses and businesses such as Australian Lamb in Colac. And yet there is a question whether or not there is a threat to this. There is. The stated policy, the declared policy, the intended policy of the Leader of the Opposition and the entire Labor Party is to bring back the carbon tax. It doesn't matter what they call it. It is to increase electricity prices, it's to increase gas prices, and it's to put another $200,000 back onto the bill of Australian Lamb. That's their policy, that's their intent, that's their goal. We will not do that. We oppose a carbon tax lock, stock and barrel. We oppose an ETS lock, stock and barrel. We will not be bringing one back. They will. They're for higher electricity prices. We're for lower electricity prices.
I call